3 years from now.
Who is the most difficult, though? Maybe not the biggest fight, but who's the...
They're all difficult, and they all have their own. Derevchenko's got a great amateur career. Derevchenko's got similar style to Golovkin. He's not the puncher that Golovkin is, but Jacobs has already proven that he's a hell of a fighter. Charlo is ex-world champion at 154, so they're all difficult. But it's just the one that's more, not only more marketable, but the more incentive for Golovkin, the more that we have to gain as a team. He is 36 years old. It's not like he's just going to fight fights to fight. You know, this fight tonight, I know all of you are too young to remember, but Ray Leonard fought Bruce Finch, fought Davey Boy Green, fought Andy the Hawk Price. You know, all these fights happened. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for us. With the circumstances weren't the same. It was forced on us, but all those fighters had those kind of fights. Bernard Hopkins had Antoine Eccles twice, Robert Allen 3 times. Come on.
Joe Lipsy.
Yeah, Joe Lipsy, exactly.
You're Joe Lipsy.
Hey, boy, if you do get the rematch with Canelo, would you advise Triple G to go to the body more than the first fight?
You know, in order to go to the body, did Canelo go to the body against us? No, and he's a body puncher. He knocked out Liam Smith with a body shot. You know, in order for somebody to be able to do what they did in the past, or to go to the body with Canelo or with Golovkin, they're going to have to be in front of him to be able to do that. You cannot. There was one point in the 4th or 5th round where Kenny Bayless admonished Golovkin for hitting him in the back. And if any of you know the rules, when somebody turns their back and a punch is on its way, it's a legal punch because you turned your back. Well, he warned him. We're in Vegas. We got a Vegas referee. We got judges that at the beginning I cried about and complained about Bird being on the panel. But we got Golovkin's not going to take a chance and getting appointed that way. We know it's going to be a close fight. I said to Gennady before we left, I said, we're 2 points down already.
You also complain about his wraps, correct? About the way they were wrapping his gloves?
Well, believe it or not, you can talk to the commission here if they're still here. But that is completely illegal in any part of the world, except in Vegas. Believe it or not, when we were there on the 18th of April for the hearing, they are rewriting the rules to allow that, only in Nevada.
They're rewriting, so that means it was illegal at the time of the fight.
Well, no, now they're specifying that it's legal. Before it wasn't either way, yeah?
Well, Lara's team had complained about Canelo.
Of course, it's illegal, man. I shouldn't say it's illegal. It's not within what we as the business understand it is fair play.
What was the illegal part of it?
They're building a cast.
Okay.
They're building a cast.
There's no more specific on it?
Okay, what they did is they put, in order to get away from the tape on the hand, they put wrap and tape, wrap and tape. It's like when you get going and get a cast, what do? They put layers and layers and layers. Yeah, exactly. But you can and don't quote me, but you can call the California Commission. They'll tell you that is completely illegal and they're ignorant there.
Was it as illegal as the Margarito cast, or was it?
Well, first of all, Margarito didn't have a cast. The commission's never proven anything.
Yeah, but from what he was, Ruben Lee had in his wraps, the pastor of Paris.
He had nothing in his wraps. What he had was salt from, and if you read the rulings, the commission has never come up with anything that he did illegally other than use old wraps that had salt from sweat. Okay, they've never said that he had plaster.
Yeah.
They never said that he had plaster. But what it is if you're familiar with weightlifting, the guys put that belt on to keep all you're doing is just making your hand into more of a weapon. It's not on the knuckles, but it's just on the hand. It protects you, but if that's the rule, then it should be the rule universally, so that everybody can do it.
Hey, when you were asked about going to the body more with Canelo, you said, "Were you going to have the fighter stand in front of him?"
Not necessarily in front of him. At the end
of the day, it's your job to cut off the ring.
No, it's not your job
to cut off the ring.
No, it's not.
It's boxing.
No, it's not.
He moved to cut off the ring.
No, I'm sorry. You're mistaken. You're mistaken because boxing is a man. If he's saying he wants to knock him out, he needs to be standing there to knock him out. You can't be throwing punches in desperation to try to knock somebody out. You're going to have to knock somebody out by standing there and wanting. Now, using your defense and if you saw the Hagler fight and the Leonard fight, Leonard didn't run. Leonard stood there and fought with Hagler, but that was boxing. Okay? Canelo didn't stand there and fight with Golovkin. Golovkin tried to make it a fight. Okay, so it all depends on what you want to see, though. I'm not saying that he fought a bad fight. He fought a great fight just not to get knocked out. He fought a great fight that he had never fought before. But if I'm a consumer and I see 45 fights a certain way, I'm expecting that kind of fight when fight night comes. If I get a different fight, then I'm going to complain as a consumer. I'm going to complain that I didn't get what I paid for.
Then what's your definition of cutting off the ring for you? Because last time I remember in boxing, it was if a fighter moves on you, you're supposed to cut off the ring.
Oh yes, of course you're supposed to cut off the ring, but you cut off the ring, and if two fighters want to make a fight, they're going to have to throw punches at each other. You cannot throw punches in desperation and run away and expect for it to be, even though you were there, expect for it to be a palatable fight for the fans.
Abel, you're talking about